Okay. Picking up. All right, so Harebrand and Bane are up in the Hall of Earender. And Harebrand had actually he had sat up on the throne. And it just had a vision. The Bane, you don't know what's going on with him, but you just saw a very happy and peaceful look on Harebrand's face. Meanwhile, well, you were busy scooping up the crown, so you may or may not have seen that on his face. But which,
As long as he doesn't look, I think we're okay.
I am looking at. Nope. Okay. I think. Yes, it is. It is Wanderer who has Shadow Lore. I would ask to start off with, and I'm going to jump back down to Wanderer and Fulvus here in just a second. But for both Harebrand and Bane to make a lore roll.
Goody. Well, there's always a chance.
And I have to mark Harebrand as weary because he's not using the sword.
What's Harebrand's lore? Is it also 1?
Probably just navigating to where it's at. Yeah, 1. And his target number is his target number is an 18. That's the highest I have seen.
Well, I guess he can help me then. I have a better shot. Because he's my fellowship focus. So I guess if he's assisting me, I can put it at 2 dice rather than 1. It gives me a higher chance, at least.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering if that applies us because. No, it will. It will. All right. Does he have any hope though? Oh, yeah, he's got 3 left. So I go down to 2. So you can go ahead and click then to make 1 roll for yourself with the help from a companion who's a fellowship focus. Does the mechanic automatically allow for a fellowship focus bonus? I can't remember.
It allows me to hit for support from a companion, but I think I might have to add the extra one for him being my friend.
I thought that was the case too.
So question is, can I not be weary during this roll? Probably not.
No. And he'll be of no help because he's also weary. So, gotta hope you roll high.
Nope.
Oh no!
I know things and they're horrible.
I get to press my favorite button.
You guys having a wonderful time on. I'm having a horrible time down here.
Yeah. Last session and this session, man, so far. I've got to hit my favorite button more often than normal.
To be fair, if I had not rolled the ISR on, that wouldn't have been a horrible roll for me.
No, it wouldn't have been. And you might have passed it, but all right. Yeah, okay, well, you don't know what I was going to tell you if you had passed it.
I guess I can always go back, and Fulvus is probably interested in this room, but actually, that's probably what I don't know what Harebrand wants to do if he wants to stay on this throne, but I have a feeling me searching up here is not Bane's priority over going and freeing his king. So he's probably gonna go downstairs and inform everyone everything's all right.
Yeah, Harebrand, his I don't want to call it a trance, but his moment of peace on the throne has passed, about the time that you were finished scooping up that crown. And he comes to us, oh, we must get back to the others, yes.
Yes. Wanderer did not look well.
And hopefully there are not more of those specters.
Yes, indeed. Although I only saw one horrid orc down there, so that bodes well.
Yes. I'll jump back down there. Tokens are still there, which is good. All right. Coming back down, before you get down there, Fulvus, is there anything that you want to do? You had to leave early. That's what I forgot to tell you last session. And Herobrand and Bane had gotten hit with some very wicked spells. And Angamandil remembered from just some past knowledge that a song can break the spell. Herobrand was unconscious. Angamandil couldn't get the words out because he was too weary. But you overheard him and came in and just belted out a song of victory. So, in actual fact, you're probably just inside to here. This is where I'd imagined you running in. This is where we would have left off. But whilst they're away, is there anything you saw Angamandil standing here, just kind of leaning against this wall, kind of supporting himself? He's taken a lot of damage, and you don't see any bleeding or anything like that on him, but he's just kind of catching his breath and looking kind of worried, actually.
Okay, and what's the condition of Thorin?
You can't see him, actually, because although I've got in there this wall here, so he's kind of, Fulvus doesn't know, but he's leaned up against that wall, him and Auric, who's down here. So they're kind of, you're up 2 levels, they're kind of out of your vision. So you actually have no idea that he's down there. Now that his, because it happened so quick, Bane had jumped down there, then the Spectre took off, and then Bane charged back up, and didn't have time to tell
Okay,
you.
well, I do know that someone's down there.
Oh yeah, you know he's being whipped, yes.
Yeah, well, I guess I take a look at Agamemnon and see that while he's not in great shape, he seems like he'll survive for the moment, and I'll run down and check the status of the 2 prisoners.
Yes, and you see 2 dwarves. Now, I don't think you would have met them ever before. Unless you tell me differently.
I think I did know Thorin, because he would pass through the Shire.
Thorin is not to his liking, but he is sent out on missions quite often by his father. So, passing between Erebor and the Ered Luin, yes. That would make sense.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I have Balin and the Dwarves of Erebor as people I know.
Okay. Yes, you would know him then. Auric, maybe not, although he is the son of the Baron and the Ered Luin, but still. But you do see Thorin, who's without armor, chained to that wall, severely, a lot of whip marks, and he's bleeding, and not necessarily in a bleeding out state, but he's half conscious and kind of hanging from the wrist bonds, partly. The other dwarf, who is just below you there, is in a similar state. And as you stand there, Thorin opens his eyes slowly and looks up at you. And he doesn't, it looks to you, he's not quite sure if what he's seeing is real or not. He's trying to figure out what he's looking at. But he does, you barely hear him. He mutters, "That's no orc." And he just continues to stare at you. His token size is way wrong. But I don't know why your token is so big.
Yeah, I think I came in the same size as everyone else.
If your worry was he would get lost in the room.
Oh, yeah. You drop
Okay.
me down just a touch. There we go. Now you're the same size. So you're going to let yourself down over the edge. You can hang over the edge and drop. It's not that big of a drop, but I'm not going to make you do an athletics roll. But
Okay.
and the
Oh,
giant
yeah.
corpse of Vrock is there against the fire pit.
Does it look like I could undo the bonds, or would I need something?
They are like shackles that have a key lock on them, and that's for both of those doors.
All right. I go up to Thorin and I say, "Well, it seems I've made a wrong turn to the grocer and I've found myself in this place, but if you could, do you know where the key is to your shackles? I can release you."
And he's still looking at you in disbelief. And he's almost someone who's been abused for quite some time. Doesn't quite have their mental faculties together, but he carried the key. He did. Are you real, lad?
Well, you'll find out in a moment once I release you of these shackles. Just dig through Rock's corpse.
You find on his belt a ring of keys. Some of them quite large and it's kind of heavy in your hand, actually. There's quite a few, but you can manage to carry it. That comes loose pretty quickly. It's just tied onto his belt.
Okay. I guess I start trying keys. I don't know, could I do like a riddle roll to see if I could like figure out which key
Ah,
would be
yes, you can. That would be perfect. Straight up roll, no mods.
okay.
Gamondale's coming over to look. Great success. You got a bonus there. Whatever you want to use that for.
Um,
What would be
let's
relevant?
see. I don't know. We didn't see any other locked doors.
No, you didn't.
I guess I'll make haste and try and unlock both of these
Okay.
doors.
And you are successful, and the shackles both of both of the dwarves comes loose. And they both instantly just sit down because they were partly being held up by the chains and are kind of rubbing their wrists, taking, one hand to the next and looking at you in disbelief. And Agamando lets himself down. And the look on his face is just relief. Agamando, that is. At last. Good work, Fulvus. And Thorin looks at him as well. And says, you are no orc either. Who are you two?
We're we're friends of the dwarves. We've been sent here on a quest from Lord Elrond to find you.
Let's say you were successful. But
Well,
there were a whole host of orcs. How did you get through?
we we set a large fire to a camp nearby. So we should make haste before the company of orcs comes back.
And Vrock, and at that point, he notices behind you the corpse of Vrock. And you just hear him mutter, Howla's beard. My. Did you slay Vrock?
No, I can take credit for this. There's another dwarf who has been meaning to see you for quite some time now. He's the Slayer of Rock.
Bane, at that point, you and Harebrand can come in. You're up by Wanderer.
Gotcha. Well, I'm assuming we're not leaving Wanderer in the hallway, so okay, we'll bring her with us.
Okay, I'm going to carry her in. How far are you taking her?
I'm assuming Agamemnon or someone's gonna keep an eye on her, not getting hurt. So we'll kind of like lean her against the wall over here.
Down there. Okay.
I am also a big token. Uh,
And so you see Fulvus conversing with Thorin and Auric. And Angamandil is there, quite weary. You're not in any better shape. Actually, you're probably worse. No, Angamandil's worse than you, I think. but
Probably not by.
and you only briefly saw Thorin before you assumed it was him. It happened so quickly. And coming back down here, your eyes did not lie to you. And there is Thorin.
Yes. Bane does look weary, a little beaten as he's kind of leaning on his axe as he walks, but
Thorin turns his head to you and kind of chuckles. You look like shit, Bane.
despite his weary state, Bane kind of chuckles in return. You don't look better, too much better yourself.
I could run a mile.
We might just have to. And if he's free from his shackles, I'll kind of help support him a little bit.
Auric. You five have come here?
I, at least in the foremost. We have some others that created a distraction, but they're hopefully safe away, including a decent amount of your company, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't I think that was the case, right? They were from his
Some
company.
some of them are some of them are
Some
from
of
the
them were.
Ered Luin and some of them are from Erebor. Most are from Ered Luin, of your 7 dwarves that you've got.
Yes.
Um, we've been captive for so long. We've given up hope.
Well, you can never count the dwarves out, especially if you leave one to tell the tale.
Um, Herobrand is something has caught his eye, and he's wandered off down over here. And you hear him say something like, "This doesn't look like orc equipment. What the?" And you can't quite understand him.
Uh,
And
well, I'm assuming we're gonna travel while talking because
yeah,
probably our best. So
he comes back. I think I found your armor and weaponry. It looks too kingly to be for a common soldier.
I believe I I think Rock was trying to auction it off to his as favors, but hopefully most of it's there. Does it look to be?
Yeah. Um, let me. I'll go and get it. And then he comes and he brings back. Takes him a couple of trips, but he brings back a couple of suits of very ornate dwarvish mail, which you do. One of them you do recognize as Thorin's, and you recognize Thorin's axe. And
I
by the look on Oric's face when he sees his equipment, his armor, and his weapon, his his eyes kind of brighten up a bit. But Thorin, when he sees this, but alas, the helm is gone. My beloved helm.
like to imagine I've had that strapped to me, but you can tell me if it's still on the horses.
I assumed you had it tied in like a leather bag on your belt.
Yeah. So I'll go not so, and I'll kind of withdraw his helm.
A double blessing. Bane, you have truly shown your quality today. You and your companions.
Kind of not. The day is not yet over, though. We must, and I guess I'll turn to Fulvus a little. If we wish to explore the halls above, there might be knowledge and perhaps things to be found and brought to Talendil for safekeeping. Otherwise, I suggest we hurry before they return. Orcs tend to come back to their holes.
Angamandil asks, what happened with the specter?
It was banished, and I kind of hold up a separate bag. At the moment, the artifact lies within, and hopefully will free our ally.
With that, both Fulvus and Angamandil can make a lore roll. And see if you have anything that would give you a bonus. No, that wouldn't help you. So it's going to be a straight up roll for you, Fulvus. And Angamandil will be the same thing.
Good news, you have a much better shot than I and Harebrained did.
Yeah.
Would my book of stories be at all helpful?
Oh yeah, that's going to give you a +1. That's a useful item. Sorry, you're right. Success. And I'll go ahead and roll for Angamandil. And I should have this as a public. Great success. What you them recounting the story of what they happened to them with the specter, you recall a story of spirits being sent away by powerful people, that it's never permanent. They return, and sometimes return in strength with more of them. The victory gained by Harebrand and Bane will be short-lived, you feel very strongly. And Angamandil pipes up and... We must make haste in leaving this castle. Make haste in getting back to Talendil. Who knows how long that the Orc host will fall for it. I mean, we've already been here for some time. They may be on their way back now. And that specter must have possessed Vrock. What sort of foul spirits live in this place? But Wanderer is in no shape to travel. And we are all beaten and bruised. Fulvus is the strongest of all of you right now.
Bane, well,
Yeah.
Bane kind of, again, I have no problem leaving this place, but I know our halfling friend's curiosity and his ability to sneak. So I'll kind of, because I think again only Harebrand and I have been up to the actual ruin throne room. So I mean, if he wants to take a gander at it, I feel like that's a full decision.
It's partly on your way out. It's a slight detour. You do know that much.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What do we want to look for?
Well, I believe Harebrand and I were the only ones to enter really the Hall of Irender. So I was saying, I mean, we didn't even really search the place. So I mean, if you wanted to, and potentially find, I mean, if Wanderer was awake, I mean, especially I don't know if there's artifacts to be found to be brought back or safeguarded, because obviously this place is a bastion of the enemy at the moment. So if they raid the place, it wouldn't be nice to whatever's within.
Okay. But yeah, I was going to suggest that I do scouting and stuff while you three carry, or the three conscious people carry the three incapable people.
was just looking up something. But what you can be dealing with by the time you get back, they got back down here, and Thorin and Oric get suited back up. Wanderer is coming too. And so, Wanderer, you begin to start coming conscious. And you're not where you left off. You see your companion standing around. There's the corpse of Rock and two other dwarves who are dressed really well.
Yeah, it looks like y'all had some fun.
Ben will look over. Aye, but maybe a little roughed up for wear.
I can relate to that one.
I believe the one you received is going to come with a battle wound.
Feeling it will. My face hurts.
That tends to happen when a spear goes into it.
Oh.
Especially those nasty, jagged orc ones.
Yeah, something tells me I'm going to be left with a very beautiful scar here.
I'm just assuming Bane has some. I'm gonna hand her like one of my flasks, uncork and go. Now that's for pouring over the wound, not drinking.
I accept it. Do as he suggested. And take a sip anyway. And hand it back.
You have, Wanderer, you have only one endurance right now.
Yes.
And very badly beaten.
I'm going to continue to just sit there on the floor where they put me. Have no energy whatsoever to do anything beyond that.
Do you still have Miravor?
Yes, I have a little bit.
Because you actually haven't had any. You got knocked
Yeah,
out.
I've got 7 uses of it. So yeah, I guess while I'm sitting here, I could take a sip of that and do a little short rest, which the rest won't do me any good. But
Do the rest of you want a rest before you journey out of here?
I think we should move quickly.
Yeah. I mean, unless like unless someone has to rest, but yeah, we should probably just.
There's no one that has to,
I get 1 point of hope.
but there are many who could. would gain some endurance, and you'd have the option of spending fellowship points to increase hope if that is of relevance.
Now, because I did the short rest, which normally wouldn't do anything, but of course the Mirror of War lets me recover equal to my wisdom. I'm gonna
Right.
have to that still apply?
Yeah, you have to do that manually.
Okay. Okay, I was just making sure before I did it.
Okay.
I'm up to 3 now.
And Bane, were you going to do Hardened Will for your shadow points?
That's, well, I would what, gain 3 normally at the end of the. Yeah, it's probably still the best option, because otherwise the only thing I'm gonna otherwise do during my Yuletide is would have probably been to get another war gear, but I don't even know what I would get. So, yeah, probably.
And I would rather you guys help me make the decision here. Would Herobrand do? He's got 7 shadow points. Would he
Jeez.
go for a shadow scar, or would he tough it out? What do you guys think? Jacob, you might know better than anyone. But
I have to look at what his other options are during a Yuletide. It's the only thing.
I mean, what it means being miserable, it means anytime you roll it.
Yeah, less than a 3. Unless I mean, that's a good option, but unless he can do something better with it, that's the only thing. Page. Next. Mission.
We get extra skill.
Yeah. I think he might leave it. For now, anyway. You can decide to do it later if you running into an adversary and the shadow points are keeping him from landing a blow, then he might use that point to just harden his will and carry forth then. It sounds like what he would do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're taking a short rest, Wanderer, than everyone else, are you going to sit around and just wait for Wanderer to rest, or are you going to take one as well?
Well, could rest, or
It's an hour of time.
Or Fulvis, if you and I mean, if we want to go up into the halls of Arendar again, I mean, kind of here or there.
I can take a quick peek, but I fear the orcs will be coming back in great numbers here soon.
Yeah.
I will join you, Agamandil says.
Question is what Bane. Bane probably needs rest.
Agamandil does, definitely, but he doesn't want to leave the halfling alone.
Yeah, I didn't either, but if he's going, then that's fine, I think. Alright.
Alright. If you're taking a rest, the rest of you go ahead and do your short rest, and if you're going to spend fellowship points, then let's all decide what. Although Agamandil doesn't have a choice because he's not resting.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm no longer miserable. There we go. Oh, never mind. I guess. Am I still miserable because I have a shadow scar? Okay.
No.
I guess so.
You shouldn't be. Is it still... What? Hold on.
Well, I am at 0 hope, so that might be a factor.
That is why. As soon as your hope goes above 1, because you've got a permanent shadow scar, so...
Yeah. So I should probably at least have 1 point, but we'll see.
Yeah, otherwise that doesn't do you any good doing a shadow scar. You're still the same result. All right. Well, I'll drag a token out for you on.
Can we get a health report or a hope report?
Yeah. Let's do that. There you go.
Oh, Herbert and I are pretty low.
Yeah. Wanderer, my God, you haven't spent any hope. Because you've been
I recovered. I
you've been
recovered a lot, and then was knocked out, and the sip of mirror war.
Well, I mean, I can take one at least, but I mean, if you want to give me more, feel free to tell me.
that is for you
I
guys
don't
to
know how.
decide.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to
Hairbrand,
decide for
Agamemnon
Hairbrand.
deal, definitely. Yeah,
So,
Hairbrand, definitely. Bane.
um,
Yeah.
1 point for Agamemnon, and then either Bane or Hairbrand gets 3, and then the other one gets 2.
I'd
I
say
mean,
do 3
Hairbrand already
Bane.
has 2.
okay, so I'll take 3 then, and
Yeah.
then because Hairbrand is not even going to make a difference for Ray unless he hardens well
True.
necessarily.
True. Although Hairbrand himself wouldn't know this.
Yes.
Of course. But I will do a short rest for him then.
My God, all of the symbols disappeared. All right.
But Angamandil cannot take one because he's not having a rest right now. Oh, it didn't automatically add it back. Oh, yes, it did. The hope points. So if you wanted to have another hope point there, Bane, or leave it for now, Angamandil could take it later, perhaps, but it's up to you. All right.
Yeah, we can leave it for now.
Right. Fulvus, I have dragged your token out into the Hall of Earinder, along with Angamandil. And the pillars that surround, going down both sides of this, reach up to this very high ceiling. And as they go up, they were carved into the forms of trees. And they spread out like branches at the top to support the roof. And the throne is very intact. Well, it survived the ages much better. And I would give you another lore roll. Now your book of stories will help. Yes, that'll give you a +1.
Looks like I didn't write down this particular story.
Angamandil looks about. This room has seen better days, but it is still as I remembered it. Many times we elves have been here to visit with the king. In times of peace. Arvidui, the last king. Most people only remember his fall, but he was considered elven-wise in his time. He dealt with us so much he gained the wisdom of the elves. The legend is that he wrote down the knowledge and kept records, detailed records of everything. But no one ever found it. No one ever mentioned it. I wonder if those records are still here somewhere in this palace. It would be of interest to someone who collects lore. And he looks down at you. But I dare say we haven't the time to search this entire place.
I like to imagine Fulvis's eyes just sparkled at the mention of this book.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the sparkle in your eye, Angamando continues. It was said there was a chamber of records that he kept. Scroll upon scroll upon scroll. Maybe we can return here when the shadow has been pushed back. Would you like that, Fulvis?
Yes, I would. And wouldn't be quite far of a walk from the Shire.
Though the spirits that infest this place, it won't be easy. But I shall make a mental note of it. But come, we should return to our companions. We should get out of here.
Just as a mental note for the party and whether to keep them or not, are these actually doors?
They are.
Do they look to be secured by keyholes?
No.
Okay. Make sure we didn't have to keep the rock keys.
Well, you never know. They could come in handy later. All right. Back down at the bottom. So the rest of you are rested up by the time Angamandil and Fulvis return. And Angamandil is... Are we ready to depart? We have tarried long enough.
Ready as we're going to be.
Indeed.
Wanderer, can you walk on your own? Says Angamandil. With all due respect, that is.
Slowly, but I think I'll manage.
Fulvis already checked Brock, right? And only found keys. Make sure he doesn't have orders or something.
He was only looking for keys.
Okay. I'd like to imagine while we were resting, at least briefly, looked over the body.
Okay, yeah. Um, besides his gigantic weapons and armor, you don't find anything on him.
Wonderful. I then spit in his general direction.
One thing you did notice about him, though, is that, I mean, obviously a corpse doesn't look as fearsome as when they were alive, but the demonic sort of presence of him that it was before, being absent from him, he looks sunken, like more than just a corpse, more like the force was draining him, and now that it's gone, seems more of a husk. It's almost as if he had begun the decaying process faster. Although you don't see exposed bone or anything like that, but
All right. You know what? I've decided I'm going to take his head with me for the moment.
you are. You have to say.
Yes.
Okay. It is a little heavy, but I won't add the weight to you, although I would say if you get into a combat situation, you may want to drop that head, but
Oh, I would plan to. It just might have use to at least get out of Forno.
hold the head and swing an axe at the same time. That's a challenge there. Okay. How do you
just replace
how
weight
do
of the
you
helmet?
how do you proceed out of the ruins of the castle?
Only one way out again, isn't there? I think probably.
That you know of, without having to investigate and to go back out the way that you came in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'll. You saw no other ways out of from above, Fulvis and Agamemnon. You
Sorry, what did you say?
you've you did not see another exit or know of another way. I'll kind of look at Agamemnon on that one since I know he's quite old. Out.
There were other exits in the time we came in. The not even the main entrance, but the main entrance leads deeper into the ruins, and I fear deeper into whatever spirits possess this place, this city. And although the way we came in puts us close and to where the host of orcs departed, I fear it might be a safer option, but because it allows us to leave the edge of Fornos quickly.
Yes, quickly is my vote before the orcs return.
Very well. I agree.
All these goblin slaves have just been watching you from behind. All right. Go back out to the Fornost ruins. And most of your tokens are there. It is just Thorn and Auric. Okay, where are they?
This is so tiny.
There's Auric and Thorn third. They're different size of tokens. Or it should not be. There we go. Yeah. Okay. You just get up to there. I'm sorry. I need to make another quick bio break.
Yeah.
I won't be but a moment.
I'm hungry. I shall do the same.
I'm back.
All right. Okay then. So, you come back out into the ruins, and it's still raining. And they're still, although I removed them, but they're still bodies of what you left.
I believe we did kind of hide them in trees or, move them off the
Oh
road.
yeah.
Just to make sure that immediately not seen.
Okay. And let's see. Oh damn it! I'm in the wrong thing. How did that happen? Me. That's how it happened. And you see, Thorin and Auric are just blinking their eyes and just looking about. I've begun to think I'd never breathe air that wasn't tainted by orc stench. Although it doesn't smell the best out here.
I know, but the rain helps.
We were led here blindfolded. I do not know the way out.
Well, we know the way we came. So. Assuming we're being careful listening, but otherwise I think we would go back the way we came.
Okay. Let's see. Well, let me get these two up here. Put them slightly up there. You're kind of around that keep, and it was kind of get a better view when you're up around the corner. What's going on? Fulvus, are you staying back in the archway?
Oh no, I'm moving up.
You guys
Fulvus
go on.
being-
This is my new house. I'm gonna stay.
He's like, I heard about this wonderful record room. I'm gonna just stay here a little bit longer.
And you can see the tunnel ahead of you. It's still lit by torchlight. But as you start to make your way for it, you see shadows in that tunnel. Lots of them.
Oh, shit.
And I would ask that awareness rolls from all of you.
That's something I'm good at. Oh, except I'm weary. Damn!
But you still managed to do it. Angamandil has no awareness, so only if he gets a Gandalf.
Yeah, to be fair, you can only roll slightly worse than me.
True, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. It's...
And Herobrand, he does have some skill. Not a whole lot.
The Eye of Sauron loves me today.
Did you just roll an Eye of Sauron? Uh-oh. I gotta hit my button again. That's twice in an hour. Not good. And you triggered both of them, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you did deliver the killing blow.
Yeah, I'm getting haunted more than one way.
Wanderer, you're the only one. All right. So, in your weary state, what did you roll? Oh, all above what triggered from weariness. Everything was 4, 6, and 5. Good roll. The number of shadows you see moving down that tunnel, whether your assessment is accurate or not, your worry and fear, and based upon your weariness, you're assuming that's the whole host of orcs coming back. But that's not what your awareness has picked up on. I mean, you got a great success. Now, you get a bonus there. Do you know how you want to spend it? Gain insight might be an option
I think
there.
that makes the most logical sense right there. Gain insight.
And what your awareness triggers in the gain insight. So part of it is figuring out that you probably have the whole host of orcs coming back. But also, over your right shoulder, you hear and begin to see movement. Because remember, all down here, all this whole area here proceeds uphill. So you're kind of like in a ravine, and you know that you had seen, at least in the immediate area, maybe up in here, signs of where orcs had been living, although no one was there. They seem to have all left, but let me see. Moving slowly down this ravine, or this area, you see many orcs. Now, there might be more, but it's kind of out of your view. No one, the rest of your companions are just dun 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 dun. They're just walking on, or they've seen the shadows in the tunnel, but that's all they've seen. This area down here is kind of like, so there's like ruins of wall along here.
So they haven't spotted us yet.
Unless they saw you when you came out of the tunnel up here from their hiding spot.
All right, so I'm gonna tell everybody. They're coming back from the right here. We should find a place to hide.
Okay.
And emerging from the tunnel, you see an orc.
Oh, shit.
And another. And they charge up. But you begin to see some down here. I got them here more visible. You really can't see them all, but I just put them there. But you hear something, a roar, deep and sustained and angry. And it is a roar that you have not heard from an orc before.
Coming from
That,
which one?
up to your right. Well, south. Yeah, the south of the map here.
Okay, gotcha.
And these orcs, as you see them come around, they're almost laughing. And just looking at you.
Okay.
And as they begin to spill out of this tunnel, and
just based on, I mean, if I don't got it, it's fine. Based on general observation, do we hear more ruckus from here or from the tunnel?
at this point it sounds the same.
Okay, noted.
And what was that yell? But this is a remains of a wall. Now it's higher up than you because it's partly up that hill. But leaping up back here is a troll. And more coming out. And they start to move faster. Oops, wrong button. Oops, wrong guy. And these come out. And they're not charging into attack. They're just It's almost the looks on their faces is like easy prey, easy kill. Feast tonight. And what do you do?
Okay. Okay. Well, they already see us, so that's not great. All right. Bane looks at these odds and the fact that I'm pretty sure the only exit we know about is that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we found anything up there.
No, it was
the wall.
blocked off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do some mountain climbing, but probably not going to do that quick enough.
Bane's gonna look to his fellas and go, I think we're gonna have to move fast. And then, well, we're gonna try it, because they already see us. So Bane's gonna flip down his helmet, and then give a roar, and go, come on then! I've already taken one of your heads today! So they all can see it.
You garbled up there. You take out the head. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I take out the head and I go, I've already killed one of you today! Come on! Up in the air so they all can see it.
And they did hesitate. They did pause, like their smiles go away.
And then I'm gonna charge that way.
And let's at this point in time, I just want to put your tokens. Oops, one thing. Your tokens in a combat tracker. Because there's a lot of other tokens of orcs. You can't target anything yet if they're not in the combat tracker, but
yeah.
The ones in front of you, I will put those in because that's the direction you were charging. I'm going to put Mr. Troll in there too. Okay, let me go to opening volley. So all the trolls behind, orcs behind you are not in the combat tracker, and
by the way, for that display, can I make an awe check?
Oh yes. I should have asked for one.
Special item, because my helmet, not to mention the head. I don't know if the head gets me any bonus, but
I'll give you a +1 on that one. Definitely.
And at this point, why not spend a hope to be inspired on that? And
there you go. Not an Eye of Sauron this time.
very good. If I had rolled 2 Eyes of Saurons, I would have been very upset.
These, and you're holding it to the ones coming in front of you?
Well, I tried to throw it up so they all could see.
Oh, you
I'm
throw
assuming
it.
we're kind of. Yeah, I threw it up because I'm assuming we're all kind of here, more or less. I'm assuming we wouldn't let them get as close, but
Yeah, let's just move you guys up for that. Take a lot of you up. Okay. These, so you can tell there's more in the passageway, but the ones that have come out, they stop advancing. And you see them questioning their boldness, questioning their resolve. It's like, maybe you're not just a regular dwarf. You can tell all this stuff is going on in their mind as they look at you, if the orc does have much of a mind. The hill troll doesn't phase.
yeah.
He didn't care. Plus, he's more feral anyway. Some of the ones behind you, immediately behind you, they could see it, and they stop advancing. But there's some that weren't up there, and they come running up, but including the chieftain who's just come into view there.
They see the head bounce.
But they see it bouncing along. Like, oh, they see that the guards are missing from the door as well. But something else happens at the same time, and up the ravine to the south, so up this way, not necessarily right where the icon is, but up that direction. You hear, and I hope you guys can have your sound turned up. You hear this. And the orcs freeze in their tracks. And coming up into view at the top of the hill, you see a bunch of stout figures. You can't count them. And then you see the standard of the Ered Luin. And along with them is Gandalf the Grey.
Woo-hoo.
And you see Gandalf raise his staff and gesture down towards you guys. And with a roar that's louder than the troll, these stout figures come running down that hill. Shouting something in Dwarvish. Can't quite make it out because it's from a distance, but you can tell by the tone it's not something the orcs would probably want to hear. And the orcs behind you turn around and stop advancing on you. And running up to meet this new presence on the field. Get these guys moved out of the way so it's a little more accurate on what you're seeing. Ah, damn it. There we go. All right. I'm not going to put a bunch of dwarf tokens out on this board. Nor am I going to roll attack rolls for 100 people, orc and dwarf alike. So we're going to do this differently. But you guys were still facing forward.
Yes.
And we are in opening volley phase, so...
Does it look like the dwarves outnumber the orcs?
It does.
Or not really?
It does.
Okay.
You see dozens of dwarves. As they charge down, you begin to see damn it. I forgot a name. One moment. You begin to see some familiar faces. You notice Gilriath and Belar and Adoras the elf. And you assume probably Rudigar is somewhere, but he's quite small, so you can't see him. And you might recall that from Talendale that Gandalf didn't linger and headed west of the Shire on other business. Perhaps this was that other business.
Yeah.
But we are in opening volley. Oh, I haven't selected begin combat yet. Sorry. Whoops. Oh, now we're in opening volley. Sorry. So if you wanted to do any ranged attacks, you can. Your range is maybe a bit much. Let's see.
50 meters.
My opening volley is just going to be to run forward. at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I thought it might be for yourself, but none of you are strong
No.
right now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Um,
Not gonna stop me from trying, though.
My only other thought was maybe to join this battle, but that's also going to be bad if we get squeezed between two. I mean, they'd be squeezed between two, but then we'd also probably be squeezed between
yeah,
two.
it's a double squeeze. Is
Yeah.
Angamondale is. Should we take the high ground in this keep?
I limit their entry. I mean,
Well, sorry, I didn't catch what you said. You got garbled up a bit.
I limit their entry. I kind of wanted to charge them, but that makes sense more tactically anyway.
At least for those of us that have bows.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could. Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I could take up a position, say here, and attempt to use my bow. Not sure how effective I'll be, but I won't be effective with much anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's happening in real time, so no time for a time stop.
Yeah. Are they? So are they charging us as well? I know they were hesitant, but
They are, but they're not as fast as they once were.
okay. Also, the high ground is nice, but I feel like we can also hold them at this little because this is only like 3 people wide. So
True.
I could.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can be of any effect with my bow on this guy that's closest
Yeah.
before I move up. I'm gonna spend a hope. Oh, I was successful.
And great success, too.
We're gonna do a piercing blow.
Which one did you target? Sorry.
This one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, here.
Okay.
Nice.
You just did a fulvus. Headshot. And, oops. Always
I guess
forget
they're
my
not.
sound effects.
I guess they're not nearly as far. I could move up like a couple like there and then throw an axe. That's reasonable. I think. I don't know. A little off,
Angamondale
I
will
think.
join you. Harabrand left his. He does have a bow, but
Forget to look the effective range of my axe again. Weapon range. Throw an axe. Strength is 7, so long would be 19. Yeah, that'd probably be still too far. Yeah. Alright, it's fine.
No such luck. All right. Well, Thorin and Oric do not have ranged weapons at all. Fulvus, do you want to make a ranged attack, or do you want to move?
I was gonna make a ranged attack.
Okay, go ahead. Then you're the last one to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, this guy. There it is. Cool. All right. Now we get into. They don't have any ranged weapons, so now we're into regular combat, and you can change your stances.
It's gonna be wild here. I know, guys.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Same.
Oh, you're going
I know.
defensive. Yeah. Probably wise.
Wild.
Yeah. Gamondiel did the
First time
same
you've
thing. Very first
Pick me
time.
up. Like second time or so. Very few times.
Harebrand is going to go open stance. And let's see. Wander, you staying ranged?
Yep.
All right. Hold on. Just changing. All right. Okay. Oracle will go in forward stance, actually, and so will Thorin. They're pissed off from being the captives. Right. Okay. So I'm going to have them do some movement. And let's see. What range do we have? I'm going to get very far.
I mean, if they want to get lined up with me, I mean, again, I'm kind of waiting for the orcs to come to me now.
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, I'm going to
assuming the
have
jet-
Thorin's coming up to here. He's not going to be able to attack this round. And Oric will go over here. Open stance people, that's Harebrand, so he's going to be able to side with you, Bane. And defensive stance. So go ahead, Bane, however you wish to do. Gamondil will come up a little bit.
Move up here, I guess, because I mean, if you want Harebrand to get up next to me, I'm assuming he generally knows I would move up. But
Yeah, actually, because I only moved him the distance you could do if you were still going to fight in the same round, but that's
And
not
I guess
the case.
I guess since the orcs haven't closed the distance, what I shall do is I shall make a protect companion action.
Your companion
Battle roll.
is Harebrand, is that right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. That's
No,
the
I thought it
first
was
time
better
that's
than
been rolled.
I know. I thought it was better than that, but we'll see. There's a chance. Do I get a bonus die? I might. What do I get a bonus on? That's all travel. Okay, I don't. That's fine. We'll see what happens. That's almost an ice hour again. All right.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, no way. All right.
That's fine.
Okay. Ranged weapons now. Fulvus and Wanderer.
I'm gonna go for this guy here.
once again.
Yeah.
Wow. Kicking butt with that. All right, Fulvis.
I'm gonna spend my whole turn running up as far as I can.
Where are you running to?
Right here. I
Oh,
think.
okay, you've already run. Oh, moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got short feet.
That you could
Well,
go.
if it's your main action, you can move almost the whole battlefield.
Yeah, that's the amount of
Oh,
movement and still being able to attack. So
okay.
you could literally put yourself anywhere favorable. You can even, well, this is a cliff up here. Accessible this way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend my whole action getting behind this barrel.
And then you can do your Fulvis specials.
Yeah.
Okay. Their action. First off, behind you, you hear the clash of battle. You can hear Gandalf's voice. You can't make out what he's saying, but he's shouting something. These orcs move up to close the distance. But they've used their whole action to do so. So they've made a line, you've made a line. And let's see. Another wave is coming out of the tunnel. Okay, we are at the top of the round. You can change your stances if you wish. Thorn and Oracle stay as they are. You failed on your Protect Companion, is that right? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right. Any changes of stance for anybody?
Debating.
No.
Defensive would probably be smarter, but I could kill easier and hopefully dwindle these numbers. All right, I'll go offensive. Lasting for one turn.
Herobrand and Ungamande will stay like that. Okay. Forward stance can go. So Bane, go ahead since you're a player character, of course.
Aim at Mr. Work in front of me. Where is my axe? There it is.
Oh, by the way, no, never mind. It's for Herobrand. I need to take the weariness off of him. It is off. Huh. He should still be miserable. Look at you again, you're kicking butt. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Start yelling my Dwarven war cries. Wing my axe.
Okay. And Angamandil swinging his sword.
Oh, at least it was during combat.
Yep. At least it's not going to... But let it be known that 3 Eye of Saurons have been rolled in the first 2 hours of gaming.
Is this orc still alive?
No, the one you hit, you cleaved. I forgot to tell you, dude. How do you kill him?
Oh, yeah. He comes in to meet, and I meet him full force in the chest with my axe.
Yeah, because he was moving at a run towards you, and your axe prevented that. But...
And I go, "Come on, bring me another." And I kind of.
All right, Hairbrand. Oh wait, no, Hairbrand can't go yet. Why did I go for Angamondale? It's not his turn. The forward stance people go first, so Thorin. No, Auric, sorry. First roll from him. And he has a great axe. A very large great axe. And cleaves him in two. Oops. Splits his skull right open. And Thorin is also in forward stance. Oops. Ah. Has a great axe. Not quite as mighty as Oryx, but let's see. Oh yeah. Gandalf.
They were very angry.
Yes, they were. Ah, bastard. That orc roller, right? I have Sauron. But he is damaged. Alright. I've already done Angamondil. Out of turn, but still, he's been done. Hairbrand is in open stance. He should have gone before Angamondil, but oh well. Swinging his new sword, Urik Daknir. Ah, yeah, there we go. And beheads it. Slightly at an angle, as is his signature. Part of the shoulder gone as well. Okay, we are down to Fulvis and Wanderer then.
Alright, well, go for this guy right here.
Wow.
Maybe I ought to be on the edge of death more often.
Maybe so. Which one did you target? Saul?
The one
This
I
one
think.
down
I saw.
here.
That one. Oh, okay.
This one, yeah.
Let me do the damage for that. They don't deal with... Wow. You guys are just taking... You guys' bow skills are doing really well. And you have wounded yours, Fulvis. Okay. That is all of your attacks. You hear move some of these in the back behind you. These come running out. These come up. They'll be able to attack this round, but they keep coming. If you recall, you had guessed about 20 or 30 orcs had gone out to inspect the firing blaze. All right. And you've taken care of 7 of them already, if they're with... Not bad. All right. Let's see. Let's start at the top. Angamondale is being attacked. Failure. Auric. Heavy blow. Okay. Man, that coating really speeds things up drastically. Hairbrand. Failure. And Bane. Uh-oh. 6 damage. I'll do it. Does that give you 4 left?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, top of the round. Change stance if you wish.
That's probably gonna be smarter.
Fulvus, you notice to your right as you're looking out at these. So you're looking this way or down here, but you notice from this way dwarves coming down this hill. And moving towards this direction. It'll take them a little time to get in place. All right. Who we got then? Forward stance. Thorn and Auric still. Hairbrand and open. Fulvus, you're in open stance?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a combat skill.
Oh, gotcha. I have an idea of what you're doing. Cool. All right. Thorn, let's go with Auric first. With his mighty, mighty axe. That's its standard damage, 8 points.
Yep.
It's huge. It's a grievous thing. All right. Wounded but not dead. Wounded severely but not dead. And Thorin, he's going to attack the one that's come up to attack his countrymen.
Yes.
The king's son will defend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, heavy blow. Come on. Smashes him. Okay, we are now to... That's all the forward stance. So open stances is Fulvus and Hairbrand. Fulvus, you go ahead and go first.
All right. I'm going to do the combat skill. Oh, nice. I think with a great success, I think that affects open and forward stance.
I believe you are right. I'm just double checking.
If the roll produces 2 successes or more, the bonus is applied to all player heroes fighting in close combat.
Yeah. So I think with 1, it doesn't affect defensive, but with 2, it will.
Yeah, 'cause
Single. Yeah, so
1,
single affects open and forward.
but you got 2, so I think everyone's affected. Wonderful.
Did you get 2 success icons?
No, I only got 1.
Oh, I thought it was 1 success generally and then additional success. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I see how it works.
It says
So-
3 success though. Oh,
Yeah, it'd be an extraordinary success if you get the 2 success icons. All right, so well, forward and open stance get 1 bonus, and Hairbrand is open, so he gets a bonus. And attack. 19 points.
nice.
And we'll do a diagonal cleave on this as well. Cut him in 2 from the left shoulder down to the right rib cage. Okay, defensive stance. That's going to be Bane
Right.
and
Okay.
on commando. Yes, go ahead, Bane. You first.
I'm gonna take a step forward and hit this man, and then walk back. Hopefully I kill him. We'll see. Alrighty, and then there's that, and that's right. I can do a secondary action before I do the main action, right?
That's right.
I would like to sing.
You'd like to what? Sorry.
I'd like to sing.
Aha. Okay.
And it's not weary. With any luck. Okay, so that's 1 bonus because song inspired, which means I'm spending a hope dice. All right.
Aha.
Add to the wall of bodies that's building up.
Yes. And... Oh, that's right. I did that. Okay, now I'm at 1, but that's fine. That's fine. At this point,
Yeah, but
Makes
that
it look-
means no one is weary,
yes.
which includes Angamandil, who's about to attack.
And yes, and I still get to attack. So that was my
Yes,
second.
you do. Go ahead. I'm going to be taking off the weariness of Angamandil.
That's everybody is no longer weary.
That is correct.
All right, I
Right.
can take mine off too.
Yeah, that's about what I figured.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
All right. Well, let's see if Angamandil can attack. Or hit, actually, is the word. All right, there it is. Longsword. Ah! Yeah. Oh, it's because he was in defensive stance. He had a -1 to attack.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that defensive stance. But keeps him from being hit. Okay, defense. Done. So Wanderer.
Ranged.
Yeah. You're up.
Right, I'm gonna go for that guy straight in front of me.
Shooting right over Oryx's head. Ooh.
No.
Arrow miss. Miss.
I did better weary.
Yeah, you did. Maybe you should run around a bit and get tired, and then go back to fighting. All right. Their movements. Okay, so this guy's going to close a distance. This guy's going to close a distance, but not be able to attack. Both of those. This one will close a distance, but not be able to attack. These guys will get closer. They see the dwarves coming down the hill. And more coming out. It's a total of 19, both dead and alive, in front of you. So there's either one more or 11 more in that tunnel. Okay. They have... Those three at the bottom have run up and can attack. It's the one on Angamandil and Auric are the only ones that can attack. Although good luck hitting Angamandil.
Yeah.
As I thought. Okay. And Auric for that matter. Oh boy.
But didn't he get a...
No, why
Didn't he get... Yeah, you got
Oh,
it. Not good for him.
Yeah, the Gandalf doesn't... He managed that just with the dice.
But doesn't it auto-fail?
No, no. It's the same thing like Can I Have Sauron for you guys. It just doesn't count. And then he got the two sixes there, so that gives him an extraordinary. Only 9 points of damage. But... Uh-oh. What does that mean?
It wants him to be weary, but I've sung, so none of us are going to be weary.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta look this up really quick. My sheet here. Damage. Because he's reduced him to 0 endurance. Which doesn't give him a wound, because he's not penetrated it. Okay, I'm going to leave that for right now. Pretty sure that means he's unconscious, but I'm going to take care of that in a moment. And that's it then. So we are at the top of the round. If you want to change any stances.
I went back to range stance.
Okay.
I went forward at this point. It's
Yeah, you also get +1 die from me. All the forward stance people do.
Yeah, because it's in the next round. So I let it help out Harabrand in the last round, but you're going to get the bonus this round, Bane. And so will Thorin and Auric.
well, Thorn at least will.
Yeah, Auric will not. Sorry. He would have if he's not at death's door. Okay. Forward stance, people. It's Thorin and Auric and Bane. Go ahead, Bane.
Alrighty. Is that it? If I selected the dead guy, I can't tell. I need to select someone in the combat tracker. All right.
Oh, they're not in there. Yes. Okay. I forgot because I drug them in later. Let's fix that.
If you want to drag all the dead bodies away, by the way.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Thank you for reminding me. Although it is cool to see them pile up, but
Yeah.
it is difficult. This one is not. Oh, he is dead. Okay, good. You come up here.
It's making a wall.
Wall of dead to separate them. Cool. That should help a little bit. Let me move these guys a little bit further. Up there. Somehow they got up the hill. Okay. They should all be in your combat tracker now. At least all the ones in front of you.
All right. And I got a bonus dice. Additional bonus dice from him. Oh, I guess I do succeed even if I roll high salary. Roll high enough. All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that. You got 3. One. That's hilarious. Let's see. You were targeting this guy there. How does he die?
Yes. Bane kind of switches his stance and then roars, sends it into this guy's shoulder, chest area, and just like you hear a mixture of cutting and cracking of like almost every rib in this guy's body.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Auric falls unconscious. That's what it is. Just found it. Okay. I'm going to drag that body out of the way now before it gets bad. And let's see. We got Thorn. Charging up. Target. I forgot to give him the +1, but it does not matter. Boom. All right, we're at open stance, which is only Hairebrand. He already had his bonus, so he doesn't get the +1 this time. But where's he at? There we go. Single success, but it's better than not hitting.
Yes.
And wounded, but still active. Okay, and then we have defensive stance, which is Angamandil. Probably won't hit. Not dissonant. It's just he's in defensive stance, so that's kind of... I think I will have him spend a hope.
He's a very long-term fighter.
He is a long-term fighter, you're right. Hope bonus. 2 points off.
Difficulty is so high for what I thought it would be.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you, on the attack thing, if you click for hope bonus, it automatically subtracts it from your character sheet.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because I did not, and I wonder if I know I've been subtracting it manually. And I wonder if it's been taking 2 hope off every time. It's only meant to be 1. Oh well, I know now. Okay, we are to range now. Wanderer and Fulvis.
Okay, well. try that guy again. I guess again.
Well, you have a much better shot now that the dwarf's on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clearance. And oh my god, you are like... There we go. Fulva special.
At least I got some damage on him.
You did. He's wavering. Where's this arrow hit, Fulvus?
One in the chest.
Buried deep. Okay, and that is you guys. Okay, let's deal with. Oops. I'm going to deal with the two that are up close to Ankamandil and, well, not on Auric because he's down. Harrowbrand. Before I deal with the movement of the others.
Yeah, I feel more confident about these because they see other dwarves, so
Yes.
they have a conundrum to deal with.
Especially if they're rolling like that. Okay, Harrowbrand. Come on. Uh-oh. Great success. Is it? Alright. 6 damage. He may be unconscious. Let's see. No, he's not, somehow, miraculously. He's still going. It's Harrowbrand, after all. Alright. One orc is moving into Thorin. These guys are moving up, thinking that their comrades might actually do something with you guys. These guys can only get to about there. Well, he can get a little bit farther. And this guy's moving up. And 23 total. 23 in front of you, alive or dead. Okay, top of the round. Change of stance if you wish. And if not, Bane, you are first. Did he step away? Your mic is muted, Bane, if you didn't know that. But I have seen your roll. Alright. I'm gonna go, let's see. Well, it's only Thorin. Come on.
I got Bane muted.
Yeah, I see it too. He might be something going on at home there. He was able to roll anyway. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Thorin. Ha ha ha. Dispatched. Beheads this dwarf. A dwarf? Sorry, beheads this orc. He's killing his own kind. Alright. Auric is down. We are down to Harrowbrand with his open stance. With his magic sword. No good. Alright, defensive stance on Gamondil. He'll do another hope, but he doesn't have many more to deal with. Wasting the hope, left, right, and center. Alright, ranged then. Wanderer and Fulvis.
Alright. Same guy for me again. Man.
That's pretty bad. Alright, Fulvis. Oh, you've targeted.
All right.
Let's see what you've done. Oh boy, you guys have had a round.
Yeah.
None of you hit this whole round. Other than Thorin. Whoops.
Yeah.
Alright. Gamondil's target, or is targeted. Failure. Which I expected. He has some
there.
powerful armor. Hairbrand. Oh dear. Before I make that roll, does he have a bonus? For defensive. I think that's just you, Bane.
Yeah. It's just me. There's not a lot that does protection bonuses. Unless his armor. Did he get that armor fitted yet?
It'll show up automatically. Hold on, let me open that up before I make this roll. It won't show up automatically. Let's see. He got Cunning Make Helm. That just reduces the load. No, he didn't get the close fitting. Okay, it's a straight up roll, man. Come on. He can spend hope, and he will. Hairbrand is protected. Cool. All right. And let's see. He's engaged. This one's going to run up and be in range of Bane and Thorin. And he's going to attack Thorin. Oh no. He will spend hope. And he is protected.
Very protected.
Very protected, yes, at that. Jam. Okay. And let's see. This one will... That Fulvis was attacking is moving to climb up to get to Fulvis. But he has a little bit to go. Okay, top of the round. Well, actually, these guys move in. And $27. Let me move these guys on. I hadn't done that before. Skip their movement. So that means these guys could have gotten closer. Alright. Top of the round, change your stance if you wish. And if not, Bane, you are up.
Alrighty.
So is Thorn. They're both attacking the same guy.
Just because I know that's, I think, the case. Let me... Summary, Bane. Yeah, so I'm supposed to get a piercing blow on a 9 plus, and it's not showing me that.
Oh yes, it won't do. That's one thing that doesn't show up in the coding. Okay, piercing blow then. So
Yeah,
therefore, make a protection test. That ain't gonna matter though, because that's enough to kill him.
Well, I think that would be 8 day, but yeah.
Oh right, because you had it as you wouldn't have.
I just had.
Well, you still get the choice for the heavy blow if you want. The piercing would come from your feet roll.
Oh, wonderful.
But I'm gonna roll anyway for him.
Yeah, well.
He passed that. However, the damage you did took care
His
of
armor
him.
held.
His armor's held, but he did not. Yeah. Oh, there's more dead people. I haven't moved. Cool. All right. Thorn. Let's see. He'd do it too. He'd charge up. Despite taking damage, but he's going to do it. Okay. Open stance, Hairbrand. And, come on. No. 2 rounds in a row. Alright, I think I know what's going to happen with Angamondio, but I'm going to let him roll anyway.
Always a chance.
There's always a chance he could get a Gandalf. Not today.
Oh, man.
Not today. Alright, ranged. Fulvus, you've got one coming up to you. He's determined to get to you.
Yep.
And
Well,
Wanderer, you may go too.
Finally.
He's protected.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, but Wanderer,
He's protected, but a little bit more damage.
nah, he's protected,
didn't
but
matter.
it was enough to knock him down. All right, this one climbing up. This is going to be good.
They just keep hitting directly the difficulty number.
I forget. Does my bow already count the fell property?
Hold on, I'll double check. Yes.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
And but oh yeah, that was what the protection was from the piercing blow. Because you rolled a Gandalf and a 9, so even if the 9 was there, your keen property allows you to have a piercing blow as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, that did not kill him, and so he's still climbing. You might get, by the speed that he's moving, you might get one more shot Tense. All right. Fighting back. Angamandil first. That's a fail. As expected. This is like when Angamandil fought that orc guard back in the war camp. Just both of them back and forth, not hitting each other for like 7 rounds. All right. And Thorn being targeted by this guy. Forward stance. That's what happens. Thorn is weary. Or he's not. Because you sang earlier.
The wonders of saying.
Yes. Okay. That is their... okay, movements. These guys moving up, up, up. I don't know if I put these guys in the back in the combat tracker. So I'll add them again. And that is it. So it's top of the round. So forward stance. Anybody changing?
I'm not.
All right, Bane, you're up then.
Run up this way.
That might hit. How does he die?
It does. Oh, it does kill. Well, he runs up, and I kind of just send a swing through his arm and into his leg.
Okay. Leg is hanging by a thread. Move the potty of dead up to here. Oops. There's another one.
And then can't leave Thorin alone.
Oh, yes. All right, Thorin is attacking. Hey. Turns out he didn't need you. As you come up, the head just separates from this body and lands at your feet. Okay, we're at open stance, which I believe is Herabrand. He hasn't got a target right now, so he's going to move up to help his good friend Angamandil. Because it's taken a long time for them to Angamandil take that one down. Whoa.
Wow.
And that's going to be another beheading. That's how he likes. With a shoulder. Head and shoulder. That's his way. And goes down. Angamandil is relieved. Okay, defensive is just Angamandil. He's going to stay there and protect. He's going to move and protect Auric. And do that. Okay. Fulvus and Wanderer, you're up.
I'm going to try to catch these guys here.
Forgot to get this guy moving a little bit closer to you, Fulvus. No, Fulvus.
Oh. Well, I might have to switch to close quarters.
It just
Yeah.
might. This doesn't happen. All right. That's... Okay. Return attack. Let's see. These are moving up. They're not aware of what's going on with you guys down there. And this one does come up to attack you, Fulvus. Had to happen sometime. Fortunately, you've got a lot of endurance. You can handle that. Alright, apply damage. There you go. Okay, top of the round. Change your stance. Fulvus, you'll have to have a stance that's different.
Yeah.
Whether it's defensive or open or forward, it's your choice.
I will take defensive.
Okay. Forward stance people may go. That would be Bane and Thorn, actually.
No,
Oh, not Bane,
Well,
just
actually-
Thorn.
yeah, because I'd still need. Yeah, it's quite a long range.
Thorn goes charging in, but he can't attack this round. Well, he can. No, he can't. Sorry. Alright, open stance. He'd do it. Herobrand would try his bow against the one on Fulvus, even though he has a low chance of success. Basically, he needs a Gandalf.
Oh.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. That's his sword. Whoops.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, why does this... Oh, I see what I've done wrong. Okay, got it. Alright, come on. No. Okay.
You wouldn't have to be in rearward stance?
He would, and I forgot to change him. Whoops, my bad. Just saw the distance. Oh yeah, he can shoot a bow. I'll mark him as that now, so he's gone ahead of the game. Okay, defensive stance. Chongamandil and Fulvus.
All right. Well, there we go. Well, that did not turn out very well.
How is that possible? Sauron. That is the lowest roll in the history of us playing this game for 17 sessions. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude to you, Chris.
No problem.
Wow, you suck. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. All this is really not good at close combat.
No, but he's deadly with a bow. All right, Wanderer, you are up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna attempt to get this guy off of Fulvis.
And you have hit him, but not killed him.
A little bit of help. Got an arrow sticking out his leg now.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay, I marked another wound on him. Okay. That's the end of your...
And axe time. Throwing
Oh,
axe
yes,
time.
I didn't realize you went to rearward stance. Yes, go for it. Plant one in the back of his skull. And you have.
I mean, it's axes all around, so all my axe skills.
Yes, of course. And
I'm assuming that there was an arrow to the leg, but the orc still looked determined at Fulvis, and then you see him shudder Fulvis, and then he drops to you with an axe in his back.
yeah. But this is all happening really fast, so it's like Flavis wouldn't. Did I kill him? How does that happen? All right, let's see. Retaliation. These guys move further up. They don't see Thorn coming up on their back. And, okay, top of the round, change your stance if you wish. Hairbrand's gonna go forward. The momentum has changed, and Agamandil's gonna go forward and charge the back of these orcs. And, although they're only going to be able to get into range this round. Thorn can attack, though. Anyone else going forward? Let's see. Bane. Ah, yes.
And I'll probably just get about even with them.
Yeah, that's about as far as you can get. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do Thorn's attack. Come on. There we go. Not enough to kill him, but quite a wound. Okay, that's okay. Wanderer and Fulvis. Wanderer, that's quite a lot of movement. That would have been your whole action, I believe. You were here? Right there? Is that right? Saul? Can't hear you if you're talking, Saul.
Nope. Okay.
Okay. All right. And Fulvis, you're probably out of range of everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up too, I think.
45 meters. What is the range?
Yeah, here.
Let's
Yeah.
see. I'm just checking your range for you. So you've got a... oh, that's in your long range. It's going to be a negative to hit, but you could hit from there.
I think I'm gonna actually run over here and take a peek down this tunnel to see if anyone else is coming.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I almost
Okay.
also completely forgot we just left an unconscious dwarf here.
Yep. The heat of battle, Angamondio forgot to protect, and it's like, let's kill these orcs.
And he's not bleeding.
Not
Or
much.
on the verge of death, anyway.
No, he's not wounded. He's just. It's mostly. When you lose endurance, it's mostly small little nicks and cuts, not something that's a bleeder. It's kind of like weariness and just kind of knocked out, is what it is. He's unconscious. That's what it is. All right.
Not like me getting sliced across the face.
The only two retaliations, so. Oh, yeah. Forgot. Carry on the battle. Okay. Attacking Thorn. Uh-oh. I may have an unconscious king's son here. Yes. Oh no. Thorn has gone unconscious. The stubbornness of dwarves. Thorn Stonehelm should be weary. More than that, I think. He's so weary he's unconscious. This orc here, seeing the activity with Thorin, has turned and sees you, Bane. Uh-oh.
Jeez.
I'm gonna try something if it's... I don't think you have it. No, you don't. Six damage. I think that's you unconscious too.
Yes. Well, I'm one under, but yes.
Oh, right. No, it doesn't. It doesn't cause a wound. Doesn't work that way.
So I go down, yes.
Yeah, you're unconscious. Afraid. Okay. Top of the round. Change your stance, those who can. All right. Thorn can't go. Harebrained can go. That's the measurement tool. Again. There we go. He'll do a hope point. There we go. That we'll kill it. Move these dead out of the way. Okay. Thorn can't go. Bane can't go. Agamondil can. And you'll target this one who just targeted Bane. Does he have any hope left? He'll use it. Oh, you guys are just beat to hell. Ha 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 ha. And opens up his back. That's what he does. Okay, we are at ranged. That would be Wanderer and Fulvus, so the Fulvus, you're out of range. I'll tell you what you see, Fulvus, in just a moment. As soon as Wanderer goes.
I'm gonna go for this guy because I'd imagine this looks like it's got trees and stuff in the way.
It does.
Okay. He's not the combat tracker.
Of course he's not. You beat me to it. I was just about to realize that. And he is now. Should be anyway.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No good. Okay. Fulvus, you see a tunnel that is empty of any movement. The hosts that left, either they all didn't come back, or they have, and all but 3 of them have met their doom. Mostly at the hands of you guys, but some of the dwarves have done so too. All right. The dwarves that have charged down have wiped out these 2 orcs in the front. And wounded that one. Wiped up. Did that work? And they're focusing a lot on this troll. Okay. They're around. There's one orc over here where you guys are surrounded. You guys in the back, although some of you are unconscious, and then a bunch of dwarves. And he's not bothering to attack you guys. The one that you shot, Wanderer, turns to face you. But he's got too much on him right now to worry about coming towards you. And we go to the top of the round. And you can all change your stance if you wish. Let's see. Thorn unconscious. Agamondil. Hairbrand. Hairbrand, I think, is seeing that all those dwarves are surrounding that one orc, is going to pick up Thorin and carry him back to where Oric is. And shout to Agamondil to get Bane. Which Agamondil does. Which brings to Wanderer and Fulvus.
Okay. Well, shit.
Had to happen sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Fulvus, are you
Uh,
going to do anything this round? Or are you going to
um,
continue to stand guard?
yeah, I guess I'll move in a little bit closer and just wait to see if anything happens.
Okay. The dwarves do finish off that orc. And they finish that one that was turned to face you, Wanderer. And with a concerted attack from some of the dwarves and from Gandalf, the troll goes down. And combat is over. And once again, I need to pause very briefly, guys. I'll be back in like 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. And you see the dwarves who had charged down. There's quite a few of them that had taken some wounds, but from your vantage point, especially you, Wanderer, you can't really see that there's been any casualties on the dwarves. There are some with some serious wounds, but you see them going around and checking all the bodies, making sure that no orc is breathing, cleaning up the blood off their weapons. Gandalf surveying, and then he sees you. Ah, Wanderer.
Your
Yeah.
arrival could not have come at a better time.
I am sorry that did not get here sooner. But you know, the stubbornness of dwarves. It takes a fair
Indeed.
bit to convince them. But at least we have arrived. And how has your quest fared?
It has fared well. Some of us are a bit worse for wear, but we have retrieved an item.
Oh? What sort of item?
Was a crown. From my understanding, I was unfortunately wounded during the battle. I did not get to see much of it. So, my companions carry it. We shall have to get it from them.
And what is the significance of this crown?
Well, as I mentioned, I was unfortunately wounded in battle, and we have not had a moment to discuss the details of where the crown came from.
And what of Thorn?
Yes. We also found him and Auric
You see
inside.
a look come over his face of relief. Then we are not too late. And
Yes, let's go find them.
And hope has prevailed. Please take me to him.
They are down this way. Come. Get them. Go down there to join everybody else.
Angamandil turns. Mithrandir, you are most welcome now. I'm afraid Thorin and Auric and Bane have lost consciousness. We're just about to tend to them. And he moves up. Gandalf does anyway. Let's see. Angamandil is going to attempt some healing on Bane just to wake him up.
I guess I should be weary again now that we're out of battle.
Yes. Oh, yes. So would Angamandil. This roll isn't going to go very well, probably. But he will try nevertheless. He does have a favorite anyway. Hey!
Oh!
Bane, you are awake, and you can give yourself 1 endurance point.
What?
And Angamandil turns to Wanderer. Wanderer, do you have any of that Mirovor left?
I do. Here, have some.
I believe our 3 dwarves will need some. Especially. And he hands it to you, Bane, and drink up.
So are all 3 of them gonna use some?
Well, if the other 2 get awakened.
Okay, so we're down to 5 uses now after that.
What's the stats for that? Is it your wits?
When you take a short rest, you gain extra amount of lost endurance equal to wisdom and gain 1 point of hope.
Oh,
Go ahead and do that. All right. You see Gandalf whispering some words you don't quite make out. And Thorin wakes up.
over to Thorn. Here, have some of this. And I hand him the bottle of Miravor.
Equal to wisdom.
Down to 4 uses now.
Okay. Since it's a short rest, for that benefit to happen, people can be doing short rest if you wish.
I can't use more Miravor, and a short rest ain't gonna do me nothing.
No. There we go. Okay, and then Auric. Again, Gandalf whispers some words you can't quite make out, and he comes to. And you can subtract another point. Another use of Miravor.
Okay, so we're down to 3.
And his wisdom is only a 1. Okay. Yes. Chris, you want to do a short rest for yourself?
Yeah, I don't think it does anything for me, but
Oh, you're wounded. Yes, you're right. It does not. All right. Thorin and Auric, come to, and they and see all of you there, and Gandalf. And Thorin is, did we win? And Gandalf turns to him and says, we have been victorious. We have looked everywhere for you, Thorin. But my friends here have put in the effort and have been successful. But we can discuss the details of these matters later. We should leave this place. For the shadow still holds sway here. And he turns to Auric. And he says, it took a lot of persuading to convince your people to come. Perhaps you could rally them to help lead us out of here. And Auric is like a little bit grumpy faced. And to be persuaded, huh? I'll have a word or two to say about that. And he stomps up to gather the dwarves who are still busy checking out all the orcs, piling the bodies. We're going to have to do a big fire. All right.
Like burning the bodies.
Although dragging that troll is not going to be very easy. I might just leave that. All right. So the dwarves are beginning to muster. And while they're doing that, Gandalf addresses you. Wanderer tells me you found a crown. What is the nature of this crown?
I'm still on Bane's belt now that he's conscious.
Yes.
Bane will go. It was on the orc leader in there, Vrock. He seemed possessed by a spirit that then attempted to run off. I'll kind of open the bag and show it to him. I'm not going to touch it, but open the bag and show it to him.
You were wise to keep this in a bag. This belonged to a Duke of Angmar. Yes, I do believe this is what Elrond was looking for to help release Eramina from her bonds. Master Dwarf, if you don't mind, I will take hold of that.
Bane. Like, I'm assuming he's not going to reach in, so Bane's going to hand him the entire bag.
And Gandalf somehow, miraculously, stores that somewhere within his robes. Quite quickly, actually.
He has a bag of holding.
He does.
Yes.
A robe of holding. All right. With that, let us make haste.
Yes, though we should send word to Talendil in some regard. They provided our diversion for us here.
I'm one step ahead of you. With any luck, they will meet us on our journey with your mounts. And he turns to everyone, including the dwarves. We depart. And leads the way towards the tunnel where Fulvis is waiting, keeping guard. Fulvis Brandybuck. Keeping an ever-watchful eye.
Well, we have some friends back there that would not want to be caught in a surprise.
No, I dare say we wouldn't. But lead on.
I'll scout ahead for the rest of us.
And you guys make your way out. Actually, your fellowship is there. And you still see the embers of the fire that was set by your companions from your distraction. The sun is coming up. The rain has stopped. Any orcs that would be pursuing you, the sun is going to be a welcome addition here. And there's enough sunlight you can see smoke rising. And the smoke was going to obviously potentially attract people, but with the sunlight bearing down, there's not a whole lot they can do about it right now. And Gandalf leads you this direction, south of this tower. but in between these two hills. Actually, before you get there, Tallendale has met you guys. You see them only at the last minute, being led by rangers. Tallendale, 7 dwarves, Raven, and the 3 other rangers. And all your mounts, obviously. And so Talendil and Gandalf briefly speak, and Gandalf turns to you. We are, of course, not safe here. Talendil, let us return to your camp. We are weary and need rest. And you guys make it back to camp. And a lot of the day has worn. But you make it here before nightfall easily. And immediately, Talendale and his people begin preparing food. And the 7 dwarves who have had some time to rest already, although there were, some are wounded, but the rest of them are standing guard. And Gandalf says, let us have a meal and rest for the evening. Tomorrow we shall talk. So, you can all do a prolonged rest.
How's everyone looking on hope? I think we have one more.
There's 1 hope left, but let's see, what's the... There you go. Agamondil and Bane.
Yeah. I'm above miserable, so if he wants to take it.
Harabrand's the one with the problem with that, but yeah. Alright. Let's do prolonged rest, and for Agamondil I will do the 1 point. All endurance. And Harabrand. And let's see. Well, that is helpful. Yes. Wanderer and Fulvis, reduce your wound time by 1. If it didn't automatically do it for you.
Oh, I already did it.
It did?
not.
Oh, you already
No,
did
it
it
did
yourself.
not.
Oh, you did it yourself. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see. It was the morning of the 20th. The 29th passed. So on the 30th, you arrived back in Talendale's camp. Last day of the month. Make a note. make another note that you recovered Thorin and Auric on the 28th. Okay. We have 25 minutes left. Under gaming. After morning breakfast, Gandalf gathers you five and Thorin and Auric. Oh yeah, the 7 dwarves guarding. There's a whole host of 50 dwarves that he had with him. So these woods are teeming with dwarves right now. No one's getting in. And anyway, he summons you five and Thorin and Auric and Talendil. Rudigar was indeed with his companions of Belar and Edoras and Gilraeth. And they're sitting off on their own little huddle. Gandalf is loading his pipe. Quite the quest. And he's looking at each of you five. So what do we know? What have you learned from the enemy?
Well, the one we killed, Vrock, was in charge of the operations over here. Or at least the spirit possessing him, one of the two. Similar to Mormog to the east.
One for the west and one for the east. The west has been dealt with.
And then there's Radgul, who is at the moment working for himself.
Radgul, I fear, governs the north in Mount Graham.
But we've recovered, as stated before, we've recovered a relic to hopefully free Aramina. And then it seems to the east they are building tunnels and abodes with the slaves they have gathered to hopefully work their way westward.
Yes, now that aligns with what you mentioned in Rivendell.
The nearest,
Oh, you go ahead.
the nearest one is to the east here, where through the Rangers and Herobrand's friend, there are a few hobbits and men there.
When you mention hobbits, he looks at Fulvis. And we shall rescue them.
Yes, well, we should go quickly. I'm not sure if they have quite the same endurance that Thorin has.
I have found hobbits to be quite hardy. Have a look at all this.
As have I.
But
Well, you are all battle weary.
indeed. And from what Aramina says, our actions have been noticed.
I have felt the presence of the shadow. Leaving this area as soon as we can is wise.
She says Mormog spoke to his master. So,
Did he now? That is not good.
we also noted on Weathertop orcs working their way through the weather hills. So more gather in this area.
Here in these woods?
I do not know if they are in the woods, but Moonwolf noticed groups moving through the weather hills, perhaps taking shelter in the forts along the way and the woods there.
I'll use my measurement tool to build. Perhaps if we went east, with a host of dwarves, we should be able to liberate the hobbits and the humans quickly. From there, we travel across country to the East Road.
Could be done.
Perhaps we avoid the orcs. The orcs will probably want to stay close to these hills and the woods so they have shelter. The open land? Maybe not.
Yes, although Orcskin would have to be convinced. Even more so.
What say the rest of you?
Well, I am very worse for wear. And must tend my wounds before I can consider hunting down more orcs.
That scar will be with you for the rest of your life and remind you of this time.
I worry not about scars.
It's all right. For dwarves, it makes one even more attractive.
From what you have learned, the movements of the enemy are quite disturbing. For now, you have improved the security of this Shire tenfold. And Breland as well. We must meet with Elrond. These remaining camps of the orcs, trolls, must be dealt with. And I wonder if there's news of trouble in the east.
Perhaps, but at least last we left it, the trolls and their kind were trapped to the other side of the river, and their efforts to cross hindered.
No thanks to you. Then we are agreed. We will head east. We will liberate this slave camp and make our way to the last bridge.
Yes. With so many rangers, I'm sure we shall have enough for everyone to eat. I hope. Righty.
All right, with this camp of the enemy, those of you who are weary, you may continue to rest. By the way, everyone remove 1 fatigue point. Camp, a not good night's rest in Talendil's camp. I was calling him a complete hybrid of a few names. Is enough. I almost called him Thranduil, actually. The king of the woodland elves somehow has made his way.
They're all T's and then the THs. And
Yeah, they do. I thought I was being quite good with my names, although Thranduil was a name that I did make up, of course. But,
well, apparently there's something going on over there as well, if I recall.
Sorry, what?
I said there also might be something going on over there, because I know the elves had to go back.
Yes, that is the news from the east that I was also concerned about. And I have been much in the west, and I have no new news. Fatigue. That is Angamondale. He's almost done with fatigue. Harabrand on the other. I didn't.
Believe it or not, babe.
Pretty low?
That's the one thing I only had 1 point of was fatigue.
All right. Well,
I had 2.
Well, you're about to do a journey to Rivendell, so you're going to get a lot back, but possibly. Okay. Right. I'm of the opinion that conducting a battle at this slave camp is not necessary when you've got as many people on your side as you have.
Yeah. Well, as long as their side doesn't match ours, yes.
Well, unless their numbers have changed since Harabrand's spy went in, their numbers are vastly below yours. I mean, you guys are now, let's see. $66 between elves, dwarves, and humans, and 1 hobbit. 2 hobbits. Oh, by the way, Fulvis, Rudigar had a pouch of Old Toby for you. I assume you smoke. I assume Fulvis smokes.
Yeah.
So, I was wondering, unless there was something significant that you wanted to do along the way, I was going to basically let it be part of the narrative that you've made your way back to Rivendell.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, I will show you this orc slave camp, so you can see what would have happened, or what did happen. Not what would have, what did happen. So, green circles are not orcs, humans, and there's
Friendlies.
2 halflings that are up on top of boxes of supplies. They're
both Torvilbot.
Yes, they are. Oops, that was not meant to happen. Why is that?
Farin, son of Farin.
Oops. Both that name, Fair and Son of Baron, that was the merchant you found, but he's not here. I screwed up. Sorry. There's only one Torval Buffin, though, but I didn't mean to have their names visible anyway. Anyway, of note are these orcs here. Much more sturdy and durable. Orcs you haven't dealt with. At least not here. Now, Bane, in the past you may have, Angamandil certainly has. These are orcs from the north. Probably from Mount Graham. 3 tunnels are being dug. There's the natural caverns being hollowed out, and they also had a hill troll, which was dispatched. They don't anymore.
Nice. And I'd like to imagine we also sabotaged whatever efforts they were doing.
Oh, yes. Well, with, let's see, count them. 50. With, I think I miscounted the number of people in your company. Because there's 57, 58. There's 60 dwarves total, including you.
Oh, yeah, all our crafting.
61. Sorry, I forgot Bellar. I think everyone else just sat back and let you guys just do your thing. And these tunnels were completely caved in, not just the entrance, but deep inside. Of course, everything else smashed up. These humans were farmers from Breeland. Not in Bree, but Breeland.
I'm sure Talendil's people could take them back.
Indeed. And it is... Indeed. From here, I mean, once you get down to the East Road, the plan is for Talendil and the Rangers to head back west along the Great Road. Let Moonwolf know what's going on. Take the Bree folk back and take the hobbits back.
Wasn't the dwarf trader named Lodar?
Oh,
I thought.
yes. What the hell have I done then? Why is...
He's a new dwarf. It's alright.
Oh, I know why. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's just look at that. So back to the area door map. Always forget when I've got the measurement tool on. And I'm going to, shall I delete this marking for where this camp was, or should I mark it with red to show that it was there, but it has been destroyed?
I say mark it red.
Of course, it'll be a giant line. There, that indicates that it's gone. All right. No. Not only do I forget to remove or to take the measurement tool off, I forget to turn the drawing tool off. I was trying to group select these two tokens. All right. From here.
So how many days is that taking us?
All right. I was just going to calculate this for you. Let's see. Well, now you are on mounts, but not everyone is, so you're not going to be going as full speed. So, over.
Wait, no. The dwarves can force march.
Yes, they can. But it's the humans, the farmers is what I'm worried about here. All right. Wildlands. All right. That's quite a few days, actually. It's going to be about from Talendil's camp, a stay at the slave camp and the destruction of it, and then down to the East Road is even keeping the pace up is going to take 6 days, and that's going to put you right at the bend, right where I've got you.
3 days.
6 days. And
Well, I had 9 days of healing to go, so I'm down to 3.
Oh yes, of course. And Fulvus, you should be completely healed now.
Yep. Yeah. I'll unmark it.
Should we recover some endurance from that too?
Yes. Do yourself. Both of you do a prolonged rest, and now you'll be able to heal up everything.
So 3 of them, because I was 2, 3. Wait, no, that was 6 days. I took this, so 1 more. I'm completely, yeah.
Now you're up. Okay. From here, Talendil and his rangers head west with the human captives or ex-captives and the 2 hobbits. Gilraeth, Belar, Edoras, and Rudigar also head west. They are bringing news to Bilbo as to what has occurred and to help with the Shire's defenses.
Is the company of Aaron Lewindorfs going with us, or the other way? Just because
That's quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
Poor Lindir, if they were to come into Rivendell to deal with them. It was bad enough during the dwarves going to the Battle of the Five Armies. What shall they do? They will split in half. Some of them will return west to the Ered Luin with Auric. But Gandalf made them promise that they may be needed again to deal with these camps. The other half will be a much more stronger escort for Thorin on his way back to Erebor. But yes, they will stop by Rivendell as well, so it's still going to be quite a full house. All right. Now, along this road, let's see, how long does it take you? The road is faster travel. 2 days to the last bridge. and 3.5 days further to get to Rivendell. So it's 11. Let's say 11 days. Okay. All right. I need you all to make a travel roll to see how
Oh, I got
much
something.
fatigue you can remove.
I have Ways of the Wild. When I roll travel, spend a hope, get a magical success.
Ha ha ha.
So, travel, hope. But I get a magical success.
Why are you weary? You haven't taken your weary off.
Oh, I didn't take that off. My bad.
10, 5. Yeah, you made it normally.
Yes, you did. Plus another success on top of that. So, let's see. You can reduce 2. Okay, sorry. Your fatigue is going to be, all of you add 6. But
Is that with the horses or
no. So keep that number in mind. If you succeeded, you
Which
reduce
would be
that.
me.
Which is, well, Bane also succeeded. So Bane,
Okay.
you're down to 5. Wanderer, you're down to 3.
3.
And
Okay.
I will deal with Herobrand and Agamandil in a moment. And then your mounts. It's not on that. It's over on the Journeys tab. 1. Okay. So reduce it by 1 more because of your mounts.
Okay.
So that's what? 2 for
Ooh,
Wanderer, 3 for Bane,
not 22.
4 for Fulvis, and let me see what Angamandil and Hairbrand got. Oh, Angamandil has no travel. He's got to roll. There's like 2 or 3 key skills he has no points in, but they're really needed sometimes. Needs a Gandalf. No. Okay, and let me do with his fatigue. That means his mount will help him, but he's gonna have 5. And Hairbrand, who does have travel. All right. Well, he also has a horse, so. But you are in Rivendell and can rest up.
wonderful?
So you, at long last, after I need to advance the calendar. Let's see. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days, basically. Ah, you've already marked it on there. That's cool. Wonder. I'll make a note.
So I'm guessing we're just gonna kind of end it there and level up later.
Okay.
It's up to you. I'm going to give you out some points. Also, as far as leveling up goes, because you're now halfway through the next month, Narcuelia, which is equivalent of October, and you've got like a day of rest per point of fatigue before you're completely normal. So that'll put you into next week. So you're effectively at Yule. There'd be no point in. I mean, You may want to wait to spend points until you figure out what you want to do for Yule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be, and usually the way the game works, we've never encountered this yet. The way the game works is for Yule, for the cold months, no one's much out adventuring. Not usually. Although they were in the Fellowship of the Ring when they crossed the mountains, but you can choose to, I mean, it could be, Fulvus could decide to return to the Shire. Wanderer could return to, her people. Although you could go back to Erebor, but you mean make the choice about that, because if there's potential troubles between here and there, that may not be a journey you want to make. Not, although you will have a company of dwarves.
It would be escorting Thor back.
Yeah. And you could bypass, as long as there's not trouble in the northern mountains, you could bypass God damn it.
Well, because it's either the Gap of Rohan or it's the Grey Mountains up there.
That's what I'm thinking. You could go up through the Grey Mountains to bypass Mirkwood if Thranduil is having problems. The Grey Mountains became much more manageable since the Battle of the Five Armies, but with what's been going on here in Eriador, who knows what that's like right now, but you can only assume it's okay. But those are assumptions. So anyway, you're going to need to think about this, I think, and that may dictate what you do. Like if you want to use points to remove a shadow scar, or just keep that shadow scar, and you've always got just 1 point.
Yeah.
I think, and you guys have got tons of experience right now. You may have to think about good and well. You know where you were shortcome, what dice rolls didn't go well for you for these past several sessions. It may dictate where you spend your points, but let me give you your points now.
Okay. So we're up to the 12th now, date-wise? So...
It's marked. I'll put a note on
Okay. Oh, I was just... That puts me beyond the number of days I needed to heal, so...
Yep.
I am not wounded anymore.
Okay. I shall.
Yeah, all wounds should be marked off. All right, let's see if this works right.
I unfortunately have to go.
Okay.
But I should set the points.
That's fine. You've just been given your points, and so that will conclude today's session. 17
Thank you.
sessions.